Hari Om. Welcome back to our continuing study of Shrimad Bhagawad Geetha from the pages of Poojya Swamiji's, Poojya Swami Dayananda Saraswati's Geetha home study course. In these sessions, we are together exploring chapter 2 of Shrimad Bhagawad Geetha titled The Topic of Knowledge. We are presently studying Shloka 47, the important Shloka 47, in which Karma, Lord Krishna is dealing with the important topic of Karma Yoga. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalaheturbhuhu Mate sangostva karmani. Important shloka. We, in the last capsule, were studying the topic of you are only a karma hetu. You are only a karma hetu. You are the one who can choose to do karma. Given all your limitations, limitations in understanding, limitations in even acting, limitations about your knowledge, about so many aspects, so many forces, unseen forces. In spite of all this, you have the freedom to do action. You are a karma hetu, is what we were looking at. Let us take that study forward. We saw that if we knew all that had to be known, then there would be no problem. I would be able to accomplish whatever I want. I could even reorganize the law to suit myself. If I was the creator of the laws that we are talking about, I would not even need to cover the distance to reach a place. The place, on the other hand, would come to you. Or by merely thinking about that place, I could reach that place. Sankalpa matrena. You could think about being in a place and you would be there immediately. However, we know it is not the case. Therefore, we try to go by the laws and at the same time, we do not know very much about them. We try to go by the laws At the same time, we don't know much about those laws. As one who knows very little, you can only go by the known laws. As one who knows very little, you can only go by the known laws and know that the laws are not authored by you. Then the question may arise as to who authored them. Who authored them? If I didn't author them, who is that blessed person who authored the laws? Certainly not my grandfather. He and his father and grandfathers before him were themselves born of these laws. They existed because of the laws and they left the planet because of the same laws. The laws that bring people into being also take care of them and then take care of them for good. You find these laws always operating, and no given person can be considered to be the author of them. To recognize the author, then is to take one more step. To recognize the author is to take one more step. You must first recognize that the author of the laws produces the results of action and that the laws themselves do not. Very important. You must first recognize that it is the author of the laws who produces the results of actions and that the laws themselves do not. When you go one step further and recognize the author as Ishvara, the Lord, you have the beginnings of Karma Yoga. You have the beginnings of Karma Yoga. This is another important aspect of our tradition, our Sanatana Dharma. Following our Sanatana Dharma requires an important trait that needs to be developed within ourselves. And that trait is the trait of Shraddha. Why is Shraddha so important? Well, Shraddha is important for many reasons. One of the main or key reasons why Shraddha is important is because the Vedas talk about something that is not created by any human being. They talk about a principle that is called apaurushaya. Apaurushaya. So, to understand the religious instructs and the spiritual instructs. The instructions given out by the Vedas, one needs to have an acute sense of Shraddha in our developed in our personalities. Because Ishvara is not someone who is tangibly or palpably felt or seen. One needs to discern the presence of Ishvara. One needs to discern the presence of Ishvara, guided by the words of our Shastras. Shastras are our pramanam. We are astikas. We consider Shastric injunctions as axioms. Axioms. They are instructions, they are guidelines which can never be superseded, nor can they be contradicted. Nor do they have any element of doubt in them. It only requires a certain amount of training to look, to draw out the message given out by the Shastras. So, Puja Swamiji says, when you go one step further and recognize the author as Ishvara, the Lord, you have the beginnings of Karma Yoga. There are still more steps to go, but this at least is the beginning. This at least is the beginning. The creation is not created by me. Recognizing this is a huge step. Therefore, whoever did create it is Ishvara. Whoever did create the universe is Ishvara. And this same Ishvara is the giver of the results of action. Whoever did create it is Ishvara. And this same Ishvara is the giver of the results of action. When you receive money from someone month after month, the postman is the one who actually gives you the money. The beauty of our acharyas is they look at even day to day examples to bring home the point. However, it does not mean that the postman is a benevolent person who goes about distributing money to everyone like Santa Claus. There is someone other than the postman who is to be thanked. There is someone other than the postman who is to be thanked. Similarly, karma phala, the result is produced by the law, and the law itself is produced by another intelligent being. That all intelligent being, Brahman, is Ishvara. That all intelligent being, Brahman, is Ishvara, the Lord, with reference to the creation. He is the overlord. He is the overlord. In fact, the top man and the boss, not limited by time, space, or anything for that matter. That all intelligent being, Brahman, is Ishvara, the Lord, with reference to the creation. He is the overlord. He is the overlord. In fact, the top man and the boss, not limited by time, space, or anything, says Poojya Swamiji. The Veda comes in here to address the question of the author and his creation. No other body of knowledge can explain this other than the Veda. From that Brahman alone, the five elements are born. Therefore, with reference to the creation, Brahman is considered to be Parameshwara. Brahman is considered to be Parameshwara. Not only is he Parameshwara, the author, the maker of the creation, Nimitta Karana, he is also the material. He is also the material. This is really getting into a technical discussion. He is not only the Nimitta Karana, that is the maker of the creation, but is also the material. This is another important point. This is another important point. We will take up this discussion about Ishvara as mentioned in our Shastras in more detail in the upcoming capsules and take our study forward. Until then, Hari Om. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat Sajjana Shantimapnuyad Shanto Muccheta Bandhebhyah Muktaschanyan Vimochayet Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Om Purnamadah पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ